All right, this is OneLastMidnight, and welcome back to another episode of Astroneer. Wow, it's been a crazy year. The year-end stuff is always kind of wild. You know, a lot of stuff going on. Sorry, it's taken so long to get back to this, but if you guys had watched the 20,000 subscriber long stream, the mega stream, where I did like, I don't know, was it like 10, 12 hours of streaming? We played 2 hours of Astroneer, and we finished the requirement that was put out by the community, which was to put an automated research chamber on every single planet. The only one that doesn't have it is here on Silva, so I'm going to go ahead and put one on Silva while we try to figure out what to do next. So if you're just tuning into this series is all about letting the community decide what to do. We have accumulated 37,000 bytes, so we could start spending some of those bytes. And if we would, what would we spend it on? We only have one base. We have a lot of like little mini bases set up on all the planets. Mainly, they're just a couple platforms and research chambers and batteries, enough to be able to run the automated research chamber. Essentially, that's it. So we could set up a new base somewhere. We could, I don't know. You know, you guys let me know what you want to do. In the meantime, I'm going to mess around and set up some stuff. I had several people on helping me out. I think we were doing a local Let's Play, so we had a total of 4 people. And we went back and forth and we made a bunch of mess. we had some thrusters that we kind of just, ripped up, and so we can process these guys down. Get these out of the way. And there is a nice little 3 research thing right here. And also relatively close by there is, a 2 on this plant. So I could set up my automated research chamber right here. I'm trying to think if there was another multi one that was close by. If there was one that was like maybe 4, a 2 and a 2 would be nice. But I don't think I came across one. We've been in this area for a long time. We've been playing this game for 14 hours now. This is a very slow-paced game. We're taking our time. Like I said, we're letting the community decide what to do and what to work on next. And so that's been kind of interesting. It's been a lot of fun hearing people's responses, or reading them at the very least, about, what to work on. It's some of the ideas are just a little crazy, but other than that, they've been really solid. So we can work on automation. We can work on setting up a base somewhere else. We can make another production base, which is a base where I film videos from. And speaking about filming videos, I have a lot of older tutorials that a lot of people have watched, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching these videos and being part of the community. But they're dated, right? Some of them were made several years ago. And so it's time to really, I think, change and update those videos and make sure that all the stuff that's in those videos is correct for right now. Because there's a lot of, pieces of information in there. Like when I was doing some of the automation stuff, people are now saying, hey, look, there's a button there that allows you to repeat. And I'm like, yeah, but look at the date of that video, because, you're telling me this, and then, I know this, but, at the time that didn't exist, right? So there's a lot of things that are out of date that really need to be updated. So I was thinking about going through and updating all of those guides and making a better playlist. I think I have them kind of just all, somebody left a tower here. Kind of just going through and making a decent playlist of all the guides in one location, and so it's a lot. They're a lot easier to find. Let's run extenders out from our power system. The group of guys that were helping me definitely beefed up the power while they were here. I tried to not have them do anything else, right? I tried to keep them restricted to just the community task, and they did a great job. I believe it was Josh, White Wolf. I'm not too sure who else I had on. Maybe Zen, or I'd have to go back and look. That was an extremely long day. But they did a great job in staying with the community-driven tasks and not changing the community-driven tasks. So we're in good shape for that. We didn't go outside of, you know, our boundaries on what we're supposed to do. Oh, dang it. You know, I wish these would sometimes just, like, lock in place. You know, you couldn't pop them off. Would be nice. So Astroneer, they're going to be putting out some cool content. If you had watched the Astroneer's charity stream that they did over the holidays, which we were a part of, you would have heard a lot of possible, and I say possible because a lot of possible leaks. Well, I say possible because a lot of the stuff that they showed may never get into the game, and they made it very, very clear that this may possibly never get into the game. So they showed off a monorail / possible train / possible conveyor system. They showed off the space snail. They showed off, there was one other thing that they showed off that it's not really jumping out in the top of my head. But they showed off, I mean, some just really cool things. So I'm excited for the future of Astroneer. I can't wait to see what they're going to produce next. Of course, the big giant mystery is, what the heck is System Error working on? You know, this Adam talked about a long time ago. If you are a fan of the channel, you would know that Astroneer occasionally comes on the live streams, and I had Adam on the live stream, who is the co-founder of Astroneer and was the art director, but now I don't know what his new title is. But he talked about, he was jumping in, and at that particular moment in time, we were talking about what Astroneer is possibly working on, because they had said a while ago that they had found their next game. They figured out what their next game was going to be. And so Adam did confirm that they are working on another game, but nobody knows what it is, and don't know if it's going to be Astroneer 2. I would really love for them to make an Astroneer 2. Just go back to back with it, right? No point in trying to do anything else. You've got a winning game. You've got a winning concept. Stick with it. Do Astroneer 2. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's something that they're going to be working on. If Astroneer 2 is going to be the deal, or if it is going to be something else. You know, so I can't wait to see when they start hinting at what their next game is going to be. It will be a lot of excitement for sure. Okay, so I need to set this up so it's going to be usable. I'm going to have this one just grab from these two little plant guys, and then I'll just have it drop right over here. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, right? And then the other one will grab from the rock, and I just need another small platform, which I think I have a resin laying around here somewhere. Somewhere there should be a resin. There we go. And let me just make a platform. What is this? A research item. Oh, somebody brought back a research item. Good. It's always good to have. Like this little repeat button. Like I said, a lot of my old videos don't, I mean, have, you know, don't have the new features in there. And so people are quick to point out, hey, Hey, this is in. Did you know this was in here? Like, yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of knew that was there. All right, let's go bring this back. Oh, this processed. Let's go and process this. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you think System Air should be working on? Should they be trying to find a new game? Should they be trying to make a new game, or something brand new, or should they just focus on their roots? Right? Go back and remake Astroneer the way that we all want Astroneer to be. I like the art style. Keep the art style. I would like to have solar systems. I would like to have just a crap ton more building equipment. Base building stuff. I would like to have somewhat of a storyline. It doesn't have to be a great storyline. Just a storyline would be good. Some sort of something, would be nice to have. Well, there's a million things. There's a million little things. Let's see if I can move this just a fraction. That should still be able to put into the research chamber. Move it just a little bit more. There we go. And connect these guys up. Wouldn't it be nice to have kind of a satisfactory-like experience with Astroneer? Maybe satisfactory is a little bit too much, but something like that, where it's easier to build like platforms and base building pieces and have a wide variety of it, but just space, just spacey, space-like. All right, these guys are gonna do it. That's it. These should run forever. Well, until we run out of power. Until we run out of power. And we could take this battery's not doing anything. We could take this battery over and plunk it on here so we can gather up some battery power. Those two arms are going to eat up 2 units of power non-stop. Which, it's okay. It's kind of okay. I don't have too much of a problem with that. I was trying to debate whether I do have a problem with it or not, but I think I'm okay with it. Let's go ahead and take these guys and just have these guys be processed over there. Just sit them on the ground in the pickup radius, and that way they have some extras they can play with. Yeah, we'll dump those there, and then, we'll come over here and we'll dump these in this pickup radius too. And I believe that's in there. Hopefully it doesn't roll outside of that area. Yeah, a little bit, but okay. Here. Can you fall? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Fall nicely. That's what I'm saying. Remarkably, I think I've done maybe 1 or 2 of the large research some of these guys. Maybe a handful of these. But ultimately, I've been focusing on the small ones. And, I've been doing exceedingly well. 40,000 bytes. You look at the time, 40,000 bytes for 14 hours. You'd be nuts. And yeah, you could get bytes a lot faster. Look, I get it. I played this game every single way you could possibly play this game. And so it's easy to go to Glacio and get yourself 45,000 bytes in, a half an hour. Do a kamikaze run and just gather bytes. Good, shoot, you could do that here on Silva too. I've already proved that, doing a kamikaze run on Silva is worth it. But yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy. So putting down these little tiny automated research on all the planets, we're accumulating 262 bytes per minute, which is great. That's great. Very little effort. in the sense of me going and gathering research bites. Pretty cool to try to do something differently with Astroneer and work on it in a completely different way. And I thank you guys for participating in this little craziness. So what do you want to do next? We haven't unlocked a lot of things, right? A lot of people are probably going to be screaming RTG, RTG, RTG. And if we do the RTG, I think I need to go back and look at, did I set up atmospheric condensers in the appropriate location? I know I set one on Aatrox. I think I set one up on Calidor. Maybe. I don't remember. We can go the soil route. We can unlock the soil canister. We can unlock the drill on the vehicle. We can do some sort of soil automation related stuff. We could go power, do the RTG so that we don't have to worry about power. We could stay with our current renewable energy solution and maybe go large solar. Too bad there's, I'd really like for there to be an extra large wind, a wind array or something like that. We could, let's see what else. We have some of these larger platforms we can unlock. I mean, these are kind of pricey, we're looking at 5,000-ish for some of these. We did unlock the large shuttle already. We had to do that. Extra large canister. We have a couple vehicles we can do. What else? I'm trying to think of what else we can possibly come up with. Some other, I mean, we did do some silo related stuff. We could get some lighting down, I don't have any lighting unlocked. I'm looking at the drills. We could work on the hydrazine thruster. We can get a automated hydrazine facility set up so that we're making hydrazine. I could clean up the base, which some people have said is necessary. I don't know. It's all right here. It's all right here. There's you don't have to worry about it. It's just laying here on the ground. If you need it, you just pick it up. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, the direction in which we need to go, and whatever you guys want to do. Looking forward to suggestions. Make sure you leave them in the comments. We could unlock the cores. We can unlock the centers. We can unlock the gateways. We could definitely do that if that's something that you guys are interested in. I've done it once. Once you do that stuff once, it's really, you don't really run down and are eager to do it again. It's not something that you need to do every single time that you play. But if it's something that you guys want to see for sure, I can go ahead and do that. This little base right here is really all you need on every planet. You don't really need that much more. Research-wise, I mean, we have some, people asked for the mobile shredding machine, and we got some scrap, and, we've got a decent amount of scrap here. This is not, a huge amount of scrap, but it's nice if we want to send away for some resource that we'd have to go to another planet to. I'm trying to think of what else we could do. I've never built a mountain base. And when I say mountain base, I'm talking about finding a mountain range like this that's huge. And sometimes there's some that are just excessively big. Let me get another canister here. Another canister of oxygen. I think I saw one down here. Let me pick up this second canister. And let me take some resin with me. Let me drop some of this other... Well, I'll take the power too. Let me drop some of this other garbage. And then I'll take some resin for some filter making. And let me go ahead and just set it up on filters. Oops, hey. Get away. Okay, so I have never built... And I'm not talking about a cave base. I'm talking about some sort of mountain base where in between the mountain range. Now, there's a nice little cave in here. Let's see where this goes. Inside of the mountain range, usually there'll be like a little valley in there. I don't want to say it's like a crater, but it's almost like a crater, right? Where in between the mountain ranges, you'll have an area in which you could set up like a base. So if I go up here, and hopefully I don't kill myself. Probably won't be able to go high enough. Okay, come down here. Thank you. At least I didn't die. And it was possible that I was gonna die. Let me just kind of, you know, quick jump this here. Am I gonna be able to get up this? Come on, baby! Alright. Yeah, like, well, this is not a great example of that. But it's close to it. Where you have an area in here that's relatively usable for a base. I've never set up one of those. We would have to find a great mountain range. It could be here on Silva, but it doesn't necessarily have to be on Silva. And, you know, what I'm looking for is a range that has multiple peaks, and there's usually one or two on the planet that have like these multiple peaks that you could then turn around and have some really cool. Do I have the... Now they released a graphics update, and I think I have it set to ultra. Everything's the farthest. Okay. Let's see if there's a mountain range. Oop, don't die. Thank you. Let's see if there's a mountain range just over here off of yonder. Now, I've done a forest base, but we could do another forest base. Forest bases are cool. Again, you've got to find... It's the same concept. You've got to find an area, a large forest, and then an area in the forest that is going to support having a base around. You know, it's got to have enough of a flattened area, or at least an, you know, a decent space that you could set up a nice little base on. This one wouldn't work, it's too narrow, but you can find the larger ones. So at any rate, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that we could do, right? I could go through and build a race course or a track, or I just feel that we've done that many times. I could build an obstacle course, which, while I personally haven't built one, I've had people on that have built obstacle courses before. I've never built a canyon base either. I don't think I've ever built a canyon base. Like a base inside of a ravine. So if I come back over here and look at this, like, ravine area, I don't think I've ever had like a base down in there. There's something down there. I don't know what that is. It's a backpack. Somebody died there. We could do a ravine base. Which there are plenty of ravines in there. We could even do like a connected ravine base. Like if we have a ravine here. Look at that. We can have something that's spanning multiple ravines. That might be interesting. It'd be a little hard to get in and out of, but that would be different. I'm trying to think of other things that we could possibly do. We could go through the whole automation thing. Like I said, I think I said that before, but we could do more automation. We could set up extractors and we can get that process going. So tons of stuff that we could play with, that we can work on. There's a lot of different avenues in which we can go. You guys let me know. I look forward to hearing to your comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.